Apartment 6 podcast. I'm Jess.
And I'm Marissa.
And today, as we're recording this, it's Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day a few days late when you're listening.
Mm-hmm.
Hope you're enjoying Love Day.
In its many forms.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's all I had to say about that.
Yeah, not much to report on Valentine's Day from our end.
Let's jump into our roses and thorns. Marissa, what's your thorn of the week?
My thorn is, once again, I've invested in a new YouTube channel where I like the people. Their names are, it's the channel I think.
Oh wait, this is a thorn. I just remembered.
Yeah. Well, I think the channel is called Michelle and Aline Vlogs. And I'm doing my thing where I watch all their videos, and they're in New York, and they're just like, their outfits are so cute, and it's like in the past, so they're like going to work, and they just like always look really cute. And it's made me think, like, I haven't like felt cute or like had motivation to try to in such a long time. And I've just been like, man, I wish I had like an occasion or the motivation to just like doll myself up and like feel cute. So that's my thorn. What is yours?
My thorn is I just like didn't have a stellar week. Nothing crazy, but just like some hiccups in my like anxiety and just like being my own pain in my butt yesterday. Like I forgot my wallet when I went grocery shopping and then had to walk home, and yeah, I feel like just a meh week. Not feeling my best, not doing my best, that kind of stuff. What was your rose?
Honestly, just that I'm not feeling as
happy.
No. I'm not feeling anything. No, just that I'm not feeling as bad today, being Valentine's Day, as I thought I maybe would or have in past years. I just always like am kind of afraid leading up to Valentine's Day that I'm going to be really sad that day or just frustrated at my place in my love life and my lack of success and all that kind of stuff. And I feel like usually it does hit me that day, and I do attach like significance to the day, and it makes everything worse. But I feel like this year it just really feels like another day. And like I've had random days, like, you know, a Tuesday that I'm like, I feel really sad about my love life today. But on this Valentine's Day, I don't feel particularly like bothered, which is a win, because normally I do feel bothered.
It's funny that we have a holiday that can be so so obviously polarizing.
Yeah.
But also it's funny that Valentine's Day is like your hard holiday, cuz like for me, I feel it at like Christmas.
Yeah.
Like oh, I hope I don't feel bad that day, or like oh, I hope I don't feel sad about like the people in my life or not in my life that day. Yeah, interesting.
What's your rose?
My rose, honestly, is that I really enjoyed our last podcast episode, and I enjoyed like doing the graphics for the Instagram, and I liked what we did. Like I felt proud of the episode. I felt proud of the graphics we did, and proud that we, you know, stepped it up and made a point to Instagram a few times in the week. And it was just like a fun little reset. And I think that it was because we liked the topic, and we immediately thought of like ideas for the topic. Like we were like, oh, we should do, you know, this kind of graphic, and we should say this about the episode, and we should answer these questions. And it felt really good to be like, to feel sort of creative about the podcast for the first time in a little while.
Years. No.
The podcast has been around for like 9 months?
Yeah.
How long has it actually been? We uploaded it was like May 1st,
and here we are today to tell the tale.
So if 9 months would have been, or 9 months, if
May is 12 months,
I think we're at actually the 9-month mark.
9 or 10 months.
Go us. That's
yeah
cool.
Could have had a baby by now.
I think 10 months will be March 1st. And that's, I think that's how it works. Thanks. Yeah, we're like our podcast is the gestational period of a human being. So that's pretty cool.
What an accomplishment.
Yeah, and we're like, this is going to be our 30th episode.
Whoa.
Doesn't that feel wild?
She's turning 30, flirty, and thriving.
Isn't that weird? Okay, we'll stop touting our own success now.
That's very meta, Rose.
But yeah, that was my rose.
Nice.
So today's episode is a favorites episode. Keeping it lighthearted, keeping it fun, keeping it fresh. After last week's like how to get over a person, talking about breakups, blah blah episode, we're keeping it pretty funky fresh.
Keeping it 100.
We're just gonna be spitting some rhymes on our favorite
Imagine if
items.
we wrote like a couplet for every favorite item. This is my favorite moisturizer. It makes me feel like a swaggerizer.
Ew.
But I also think it's like yes, this episode will come out like a few days after Valentine's Day, so it's like this day is no longer relevant to anybody anymore. But it's kind of like a cool angle on recording an episode on Valentine's Day, because it's like instead of talking about like love with a capital L, we're just like shooting the shit about things we love.
Heck yeah.
Which is fun.
Heck yeah. Yeah, so we both wrote down a list of just like some of our all-time favorite things, like across different categories. We've got beauty, we've got home, we've got fashion, I've got media. Marissa's got other things. we haven't shared our list with each other. So we're just going to like go back and forth and tell you some of our favorite things. And while you're listening to this episode, we haven't figured out exactly how we're going to do this on Instagram, but we're going to do some sort of visual component so that you can see some of our favorite things. Because some of them might be hard to describe or whatever. So we're just going to, if you want to follow along on there, you can. Marissa, what's your first favorite thing?
My first favorite thing is warm vanilla sugar body spray from Bath and Body Works.
Okay. Not surprised.
Yeah, this is what I would call my signature scent, if you will. I've tried other body sprays. Like I feel like I always am using a body spray, so I've like mixed in other ones, but my good old, I always come back to her, is the warm vanilla sugar. And when I smell it, it makes me feel homey and cozy. It's like I've worn it at so many different times in my life that it just like, I know some people have like a scent that like it's attached to like a specific vacation or a specific time in their life or a place, but like this one is just attached to like me. Mm-hmm. And it makes me feel like me and smell like me. So I love it. What's your first favorite?
Okay, so I'll take a book out of your. I'll take a play out of your book. Oh my gosh. And one of my favorites is the Glossier You perfume. People are so annoying when they try to describe it because they're like, it just smells like you, and it's like, no. Yeah. But it has like a really fresh, clean scent. That's a little bit sweet, a little bit spicy. And I knew that I loved it because I tried like a sample of it and I caught like a whiff of it on a dress that I'd been wearing the day I wore like the spray sample that I got from Scentbird. And I was like, oh my God, I love that smell. What is that? And then I remembered like, oh yeah, that I was wearing the Glossier You perfume that day. And then I was like, I have to buy this. So, now I have it and I really do love it. It's just such a like clean, yummy scent to me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, my next favorite is the Airy Offline Seamless Longline Sports Bra.
Okay, we're moving out of beauty.
Well, I have some other ones, but I'm just like going through my list. So a YouTuber that I watch named Janae Brown, Janae Daily on YouTube. I saw her post about these, and she's like a larger chested gal, and she was like, all my other larger chested gals need to check out this sports bra because it's comfy and supportive and flattering, and can confirm that it is all of those things.
I also have it.
Yep, I roped Jess into it, and I will gladly rope anyone else into it because I love it. Yeah, it's so hard to find boob holding garments as a large chest.
Hear that?
Like throwback, we've like mentioned our like search for bralettes in the past on this podcast. Like it's just so hard sometimes to find things that make you feel like comfortable and confident at the same time. So yeah, this sports bra just rocks my world. Highly recommend.
It's very flattering and very cute.
We love it in this house.
My next favorite is the Revlon One Step hairdryer.
Of course.
So obviously I have to mention this. I've written about it at work. Essentially, it's this like cult favorite Revlon dryer brush where you just like brush through your hair with it. I still section my hair off and I put like a leave-in conditioner / heat protectant, and then I just go through my hair with it section by section, and at the same time that it dries my hair, it like really like it like straightens it. Like the first time I used it, now I get kind of like I will use it only for like 10 minutes and I'll kind of just like do my hair quickly and then go over it with like a straightener. But the first time I used it, I like properly like sat there for probably like 20 to 30 minutes and like blow dried my hair, and like I didn't even need a straightener. Like it was truly like it looked like I had gotten a blowout. Like it was like my hair was straight, but it was like really like voluminous at the roots and like flipped out at the bottom. Like it was so pretty. I was like, and it was completely dry, and I worried too that it like wouldn't get close enough to my roots, and so it would leave my roots oily, and it completely dried my hair. Like my hair felt totally clean. I was in awe of it, and now I don't use it as like I'm not as particular about like going through every section and doing it like perfectly. I use it more just to like dry my hair to get it somewhat straight, because I usually want to go over it with a straightener or a curling iron anyway. But it's so good.
Yeah, I feel like that thing is so cool because a lot of people I think have had the experience of like having a hairdresser blow dry and style their hair with like a round brush and the hair dryer, so like two things. And I still have never figured out how to do that myself and like be holding both things and like maneuvering them. So yeah, this does that in one thing.
I have a round brush and I could kind of do that, but like not to the point where it looks like a blowout. I can just like barely like maneuver the two, but oh my gosh, it's really easy to use, and I recommend it to everyone.
My next favorite is it's funny that like some of these are going to be like so predictable and like to each other, and like anyone who like knows us in real life is going to be like, yeah, of course, bitch. Like we know you love that. My next one is Mary Lou's coffee.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm obsessed with Mary Lou's, and so it's a coffee shop, but it's funny because at least in my experience, it's mostly in like gas station convenience stores. So it's not even like this chic, like cutesy, like
standalone
plants everywhere, art on the wall kind of cafe, but it's like my favorite coffee ever. And I don't know if that's because I only have them in my hometown in southern Massachusetts, or I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's the fact that I don't get to have it here that makes me so like, this is so special and I love this so much. But yeah, it's just the best. And if you ever find yourself there, my favorite orders are the Caramelou and the creamy chocolate coconut.
Yeah, I love the creamy chocolate
Which,
coconut.
if you can tell by those orders, it's like, it's great coffee for people who love a sweet coffee and like have a sweet tooth when it comes to
it's definitely
coffee.
Like a dessert coffee.
Yes, but oh my god, it's so good. I love it.
Yum. Okay, I'll do a food one. So one of my favorite things right now is skinny dipped almonds. I'm gonna shout these out because they're unique to me like I think they're kind of unique, which is why I'm gonna call them out. Obviously, I love a ton of foods, and these like wouldn't make like my top list of foods I've ever eaten in my life.
Mm-hmm.
But I really, the whole thing is that they're, you know, chocolate dipped almonds. They also make cashews, things like that. But they only dip them in like a thin layer. And I would have thought like, no, I want like the like more chocolate. Like I want like the chocolate to almond ratio to be askew. But these are just like the way that they make them, for some reason they taste better to me and like more decadent than just like your average like chocolate dipped almond.
Interesting.
Part of it I think is like, so if you get like the cocoa flavor or like the super dark chocolate and sea salt, they have like a powder on the outside, like they have like cocoa powder on the outside. And if you get like the lemon bliss ones, they have like a lemony powder on the outside. If you get the peanut butter ones, they have a peanut buttery powder. So it's like part of it is like you're getting like the chocolate dip, or you know, I think the lemon dip is like yogurt. But you're also getting like this essence of like a secondary flavor on the top. And I think they're so good. And if you care about like sort of like healthier desserts, it's also great for that purpose too. But I just really like them, and I find them satisfying. And you can get them at like Target and certain grocery stores. And when I discovered them, I liked, what drew me to them was the flavors. Like I liked that you could get like chocolate covered almonds, like that had like sea salt on them, that had, you know, peanut butter also on them, that had lemon flavoring on them. So that's like what drew me to it. They have like an espresso one, and then I stayed for the good times. Like and like the packaging is like colorful and like resealable, and it's just they're nice. I'm all for it.
Since I just did coffee, I'll throw in a sort of tea favorite, which I actually just tried, but it's already a favorite of mine, and that's the Tazo iced passion tea concentrate. So I have always loved the like passion tango lemonade drink at Starbucks, whatever that's called. And so I don't know how I found this, but I think I was like buying something else online at Target and somehow came across that you can get these like boxed jugs of concentrate of the passion tea, and then you can like pour some of that in a cup and then dilute it with like cold water or lemonade or seltzer. So basically you can make like the Starbucks passion tea at home. But yeah, it's just so good, and it's such a versatile thing to have in your fridge, because you can mix it with seltzer if you want something fizzy. You can mix it with water if you just want more of that like tea flavor. You can mix it with lemonade if you want to make it like how Starbucks does with the lemonade. So yeah, I love it. It's brought me a lot of joy this week.
Yum. Bringing it back up to beauty, one thing I've bought over and over again is the Bliss Makeup Melt Jelly Cleanser. So I'm calling this one out because it's a way more accessible version, I think, of the Glossier Milky Jelly Cleanser. I also really like that. But this one you can find, you know, at CVS, at Target, anywhere, and it's like just a little bit cheaper. If you get it at Target, it's only like $10, but at CVS it might run you more like $12.
Yeah.
But the Milky Jelly one from Glossier is $18. And what I really like about it is that it has like that jelly texture, so it like feels nice on the skin, and it does remove like some makeup, but I always go in with a micellar water first, and it doesn't bother my eyes at all, which I've since like learned that there are other, basically like the litmus test to that, I think, is sort of just like going out of my way to get a cleanser that says gentle. Like I've noticed the CeraVe hydrating cleanser doesn't bother my skin either. But I just really like the consistency of this, how easy it is to use, that it comes off my skin, like leaving my skin feeling really clean but not tight. Sometimes I feel like, and this has happened with like the CeraVe one, it's like I almost still feel like there's a film of the cleanser on my skin. So I've purchased this multiple times. I'm at the point where like when I purchase a new bottle, I like pour half of it into the bottle that I have in the shower and then keep the other half in the medicine cabinet, so that like whether I'm showering and want to wash my face, or if like it's in the morning, or you know, I'm just taking off makeup at night, like I can have it in both places because I've bought it multiple times, so I've had multiple bottles anyway, and I definitely recommend it for someone looking for just like a basic cleanser.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would like recommend that to anybody.
Yeah, it's just so even keeled. There's nothing.
It's like such a good neutral good cleanser for all skin types.
Yeah, I'm a fan of their skincare.
Okay, I got a skincare up next.
All right.
This is gonna make you laugh too because it's again extremely predictable. But it's the First Aid Beauty Coconut Water Cream Moisturizer.
It's a good one.
I love that thing like I birthed it. It is like the best moisturizer I've ever used. It smells good. It feels good.
Feels so fresh.
Yeah, it's like a whole experience. It's a whole self-care moment. Yeah, I just love it. And I don't know if anyone with really dry skin would love it as much because it's like a very lightweight moisturizer. So it's called a water cream, which basically means that it looks like a cream, but when you rub it into your skin, it kind of like dissolves into water. So it like thins out on your skin, and then it doesn't really feel like you're like wearing a mask.
I would say it's gel-like.
Yeah, that's true. It is gel-like. Yeah, so just like since I have oily skin, I know that I still need to be like using moisturizer and making sure that I'm keeping my skin hydrated. But if my skin is already oily, it never feels good to put like a gloopy lotion on top. So yeah, this more like jelly, watery consistency really works for me, and I love her.
Yeah, I've used it. I can't remember like what season I used it in, but I have I have normal skin now, but normal to dry, and in the past it's been drier. And I want to say when I used that, I like would have said that my skin was dry, but I really liked it. And I think like if you have dry or normal skin, you could totally use it in like the summer months. It feels really good on the skin. I like the smell, but it's not like too fragrant. It's very good.
Oh, so good.
My next beauty favorite is actually the Function of Beauty shampoo. So here's the thing. Obviously, Function of Beauty is a personalized skincare brand, or maybe not obvious if you haven't heard of it. But what I was going to say that's obvious is that because it's, personalized and customized, you won't get my exact formula. But I don't think it's the fact that it's my formula that actually makes me like it, because I had to like do it. Like I tried it for work, and then I like re-registered as just me for personal.
Yeah, it's kind of like a subscription.
Yeah, and I like got a shampoo after taking the quiz, and I liked it just as much, and my mom has tried it and she loves it. And so, basically Function of Beauty, they have like their standard like shampoo, conditioner, and then they just add things into it. Like if you say your hair's dry, they might add like a certain oil, or they might add more panthenol, or they're gonna whatever, add more hydrating ingredients. And if you say your skin's oily, they may add different ingredients, things like that, but they start with like the same base product. And I think that ultimately I just like the base product, and I specifically like I'm calling out the shampoo because it leaves my hair feeling so clean. Like I rinse and repeat because I only wash my hair like once or twice a week at this point, and so when I do wash it, it's pretty greasy. So I'll like it lathers, but it doesn't have sulfates in it, which are cleaning agents that are usually in things like cleaning products. They're surfactants, and they
fancy lingo.
I know. Can you tell I've like written about this?
Yeah.
So I find that it cleans my hair really well, but it doesn't dry it out. And I also get the eucalyptus scent. It's like their natural scent, and it smells like a freaking dream. It's so good. It does
smell really good.
And you've used it, but not mine. You've gotten your own. Do you find that it cleans your hair really well?
Yeah. I was going to say I can testify to the fact that like it's possible that no matter which customized version you get, you'll still like it.
Yeah.
Cuz mine's like very different from yours. Like I have oily hair, I have straight hair.
Yeah, and my settings are like wavy hair, dry, damaged from being bleached. Like I'm totally looking for different. Like moisture and repairing and strengthening, and you're looking for like oil control and things like that. But the base I think is just really, really good.
Yeah, and I will say mine's in the peach scent, and I also really love that one. So just an FYI.
And I love that it comes with a pump.
Yeah.
It's just like, so it's so easy. Like our shelves in our bathroom in our shower are like kind of almost at eye level or like neck level, depending. We have like a couple different ones, and so I just find it easy to like reach up and just sort of like pump it onto my hand versus like otherwise I think I don't know, whatever. The point is I just really like it.
It's always easier to have a pump.
Big fan.
Retweet.
Your next one.
I'll see your hair product and raise you a hair product.
I figured you'd have a hair product.
Marissa's
the queen of hair products. Marissa has a lot of hair products.
I do. Well, so I chose to put on this list the Briogeo Scalp Revival Exfoliating Shampoo.
You know what? I just was like, why is this so familiar? Because when we did the spend $1,000 at Sephora, that was on it.
Yep. Yeah, it's a great product for anyone who feels like they have some like clogging in their scalp and like buildup, or who sometimes gets like an irritated scalp. It's not such an intense exfoliator that it has like, doesn't have like little beads in it. Like it's a very, very finely milled like exfoliating component. So it's not, it like you can use it as normal shampoo. Like it doesn't have to be something that you use like once a month or something. But yeah, it's got tea tree oil in it. And so it like will leave my scalp a little bit like tingly after I use it, which I love the feeling of. I really like that stuff. It's great for like oily haired gals.
My last beauty favorite is the Billie razor. What I love about Billie, the razor itself is a 5-blade razor, which is like the standard for me. I don't go less than 5 blades, and it works really well, and it has like a moisturizing thing around the blades so that like even if you didn't use a shave gel or anything, it wouldn't like hurt, or if your shave gel's wearing away, that kind of makes up for it. But what I really love about Billie is that, well, first of all, the brand. I love their branding. Like I love who they are as a company. But I also really like that I just keep the handle, and all they do is send me refills of the cartridges. They send me 4 cartridges at a time, and I have it set so that I get it every like 3 months as opposed to every other month or every 1 month. So every month. So I have like the subscription that you get the least amount of time because I just don't find that I'm not in the best habit of replacing my razor heads because I feel like I was so used to having to like go out and buy them that I'm like, it's like I hoard them and then I forget that like you don't have to do that because you're gonna get them, and it's only $9 for 4 razor heads. It's so easy. One of the times they didn't show up for me and it had been like weeks since they shipped, so I contacted the company and they were like, hey, like you should have gotten them by now, we're sending replacements right away, no big deal, and if the old ones show up, just keep them. And the old ones ended up showing up like a week later, which was weird because I was like positive that they got lost. But I just like, it was so easy, the customer service is so great. I'm just a big fan. Like,
we love that.
All around big fan.
I don't think I have any more like skincare, self-care-y ones, so I guess I'll be very random and do my guitar next. Just like very random after the skincare. Specifically, I have a black Yamaha F335BL.
Love the research that went into this.
Rolls off the tongue. Yeah, I mean, that's not something I just like know off the top of my head, but I like looked into it today and found that that's my model. Yeah, I think it's just like I've had it since the 7th grade, which, you know, is many moons ago because we're getting older. And it's just like, it's held up so well. I mean, I've gotten the strings changed like a handful of times, which is standard. Like you're supposed to do that. And actually I should do that soon because it's been a long time. But like the body of the guitar itself is just like so well made, holds up so well. I just love her. She's been with me through many ups and downs, many sad songs, many happy songs, performances, writing songs. Sometimes it's like funny to me that I have a black guitar, because it feels like it's like black guitars are like emo for like.
Well, you did get it in 7th grade.
That's true, and I was emo in 7th grade. But it just, it feels like it's very like Johnny Cash, like sad, like artist person. And I feel like now I'm a little more like granola boho person who probably would have gotten like a natural wood guitar. But since she's been with me for so long, I just like have such a soft spot for her. So yeah, that's my guitar. Love her a lot. I think I named her actually because that's like a thing. People like name their guitars, but
people name everything nowadays.
That's true. That's actually very true. Yeah, I can't remember what I named it though, which is sad.
That is sad.
She's nameless.
One of my favorites, but also our favorites, and I think I turned you on to them, and my mom's favorites, are the DW Home Vanilla Bean candles.
Oh yeah,
from like TJ Maxx, Home Goods, wherever. They always have them. I love the DW Home brand. We've even ordered. We were like desperate during quarantine, and we like ordered directly from the DW Home sites just so that we could have a restock of our candles.
Yep.
But we specifically love the vanilla bean scent because that's like a scent that we both just like love. We both enjoy a good like scent that you would naturally find in the home. Like perhaps we were just baking with vanilla. Like you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
We have one burning right now next to us. We both light them in our rooms. Like we're just big fan. But all of the DW candles I really like, and they burn well. And they're probably not good for you. I don't know. I hear that you're only supposed to burn like soy candles. These are not that, but they're only like $6.99, and I restock on them all the time, and I'm obsessed.
They're so powerful.
Yeah, I definitely like, if you are someone who doesn't want to spend a lot on candles or doesn't really like know where to start, like I don't find myself, or I didn't previously find myself like brand loyal to a candle company.
Yeah.
So, I mean, first of all, shop on Etsy. That's great too. But if you're in like a TJ Maxx and you're like, are these any good? Hi, the DW Home candles are so good.
They are.
And they've got so many scents. I love the lavender one too. And the pumpkin one.
Yeah, I love any of their like baked goodsy ones. Like the birthday cake one is good.
Yeah, like they'll make a good apple one, good pumpkin one.
Coconut too, actually.
Yeah, they have a lot of good seasonal flavors. They've got a Christmas morning one that smells sort of like coffee.
Who wants an episode on candles?
Yeah, we clearly have a lot of thoughts on these. We have so many of their candles. It's so ridiculous.
Good. Okay, my next on my list is my hoop earring combo from Majuri that I have. And I say combo because I have my first and second holes pierced, and I'm someone who always likes to have both filled. Like I can't remember a time in the past like few years of my life that I didn't have the holes filled in. So like when I only had one hole, well, there was a time in the past that I had like 5 holes on each ear, and that was a little ridiculous. But yeah, there was a point where I only had my first holes, and even then I always had little gold hoops in them. But then I got my second holes, and then I was like, okay, now I need to have little gold hoops in both holes.
Obviously.
Yeah, of course. And yeah, I feel like Majuri is a brand that a lot of people have like seen pop up online and on Instagram and stuff. And like when I got my earrings and like posted them on Instagram because I was like proud and felt bougie, a lot of people commented on my story and were like, oh, is it worth it? Like I've had these in my cart. Like I've had my eye on this brand. Like I really like their look, but I haven't wanted to invest. So to anyone who feels like that, I would say go for it, girl or boy or non-binary friend, because they are worth it, honestly, especially if you're gonna do what I do and wear them at all times.
Yeah, like wear them in the shower.
Yeah.
Like, because they're real.
Yeah. And I guess I'll say specifically I have the mini hoops in my second holes and the bold hoops on my first holes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my like Marissa's Majuri combo.
I also have the mini hoops.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Because
Yeah,
the bold
those
ones
are-
are bolder.
Yeah.
I have those in my first hole right now, and then I just have like my OG little gold balls in the second. I actually
Love
changed
it.
them out this morning. My next decor thing. So I wrote mine in like categories. So my next decor thing is a hanging air plant holder. So it's
Mhm.
called. So it's from Shop Co-op LA or Shop Coop LA. I think it's Co-op, but I don't technically know. So I think it's a small business. That's my understanding of it. And it's called the Hanging Air Plant Cradle. And there are these two. I have the mini one and the larger size one. I asked for them for my birthday. And they're these ceramic little U-shaped cradles with a little hole in it for your air plant to sort of nestle in, and then they have yarn around them so you can hang them up, and they look so cute as a set. They're cute individually, and I just think they're like I really enjoy decor that's like less of like a print or at least like right now I'm into like textured things and more like wall hangings and physical like sculptures or things like that instead of prints right now. It's a phase. And I'm also into like spherical things and whatnot. And so I really like U-shaped things.
Yeah, you said one time that you were very into curves.
Yeah, I was like, I guess I'm just into like curves. So I definitely check out that shop, Shop Coop LA is how it looks phonetically, .com. And they have like tons of cute little decor, and some of it's kind of expensive, but like I said, I believe it's a small business. I just don't fully know because I don't live in LA, so I don't have a good grasp on it, but definitely recommend.
Fun. Kind of related, I will shout out my favorite plant next. And that is my Calathea plant, which is more commonly known as a prayer plant.
So cute.
Yeah, it's like the best plant, the coolest plant I've ever had. So they call it a prayer plant because it has all these like leaves and they're beautiful, and during the day they kind of like splay out and like lie kind of flat. And so you can see like the tops of them, which are the green part. But then at night, it like puts its hands up to pray. So like all the leaves go up.
They go towards the center. Yeah.
Yeah. And the underside of them is like a rich, almost like wine, reddish pink kind of shade.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, it's a beautiful plant aesthetically, and it like amazes me to like see what it does.
It's so cute that it like tucks itself in at night.
I know. And like sometimes when it's like getting darker as it's like getting later in the day, I can actually see out of the corner of my eye it moving.
That's crazy. I feel like you should do a time lapse.
I know. They actually fun fact, you should Google prayer plant time lapse on YouTube because
okay, yeah, you don't have to do it.
Yeah, there are some really satisfying and cool videos out there, but it's so special to like have a plant that reminds you that it's alive and it moves.
Yeah.
Like what?
I really like it.
I know that like Venus flytraps do that, but those freak me out and they scare me.
It's like a different idea.
Yeah, this one moves in a more peaceful way, I would say. But yeah, it's so cute and I love it.
Nice. My next thing is my Himalayan salt lamp. So my brother actually gave me my Himalayan salt lamp as a gift. I think back in like 2016. He just got it from TJ Maxx, and I'm obsessed with it and have been since he gave it to me, because at night I have my lamp on my bedside table and then my Himalayan salt lamp, and I'll have them both on while like I'm reading. But then like I'll shut my regular lamp off first, and like while I'm like putting my alarm on, doing little things like that, maybe like putting my chapstick on, I'll just have like my Himalayan salt lamp lighting things up to like, that's like my little night light, and then I'll shut that off. And it's just like, I love that little ritual of like, it's the last light on in my room, and so my whole room is like glowing pink. It's like a really good atmosphere thing. Like, you know, a guy comes over and like you just have the Himalayan salt lamp on. Like it's you know, it's nice. Like when I do yoga, the way I do yoga is I put my Himalayan salt lamp on, put the computer on my chair, and then like I never do it with like lights on, because it's such a good atmosphere. And you know, I'll come out of the shower, just have a candle on and that it's just, you guys just go to like a TJ Maxx.
Yeah, they always have them.
Everyone has them, and get them. I don't know what the hell they do. Like, I know that they're supposed to clean the air and they're supposed to do this, supposed to do that. Forget about it. Just use it as a pink lamp. It's amazing, and it's worth the money just for that alone.
The vibes are immaculate.
Truly, I can't get over it. It's one of my favorite things, and I've had it for like 5 years.
Well, speaking sort of like sleep routine-y stuff, next up for me is my white noise machine, which specifically is the Yoga Sleep Dome DOHM white noise sound machine. I think this might be one that someone at Jess's work reviewed.
Amazing how that name just like works out like that.
Yeah. Basically, I was like in the market for one, and this person just like raved about it. So I was just like, okay, that's all the proof I need. And it lived up to the hype because it's very effective. There are certain types of noise that like are kind of hard to cut through, like bass noise specifically. So like my neighbor below me is a guy who has like a very deep voice, and when he will get like very animated about his video games or whatever he's doing, I will hear like bass come through the floor, and it doesn't necessarily take that away, but the person above me is also quite loud, and it completely will cut out like them speaking, them like moving around their room. So yeah, it just like, it gives me like peace of mind when I'm going to sleep, because I often will have trouble going to sleep. Even if there isn't noise going on, I'll kind of like worry that suddenly there will be, and then it will keep me up. So if I turn on the machine, it kind of like makes me feel like, okay, even if like some noise starts happening, then maybe I won't hear it anyway. So yeah, I really love it, and it really helped my like sleep health this year.
I'm gonna jump ahead to some fashion favorites.
Ooh, work it.
Yeah, my first one is the Yogalicious leggings. Funny brand name, but I discovered these in 2018. It's just like a brand that TJ Maxx has, but I'm sure you can get them on other websites, or even through the brand itself. But they have like a few different types. Like they have like more athletic versions, and then more like plain, like, you know, throw them on with a t-shirt and hang out in them leggings. But there's ones that are like 80% spandex or something, and there's ones that are like 85%, whichever one has like the higher percent of the spandex or whatever ingredient, if for lack of a better word, fabric. That one is so soft. I mean, all of them are like super soft to the touch, and they have like a thicker band on the top, which I like because I don't know why. It's not like about like a tummy control thing, nothing like that. It's literally like, I just like where like the seams hit, and I like that they're sort of high-waisted with that band. And that they usually have like a little pocket for like your phone, like a little like pocket in the waistband. So like in the summer when I've been wearing just like those and a t-shirt and sandals to like, you know, go grab a coffee or whatever, I can like throw my phone in there. They're just so comfy, and they're like a really nice like matte black because they're not athletic, so they don't have like that sheen to them, but they're not like a cotton where it's like you could see through them, or you would like stretch them out and then they would stay stretched out. Like they're just like literally like your skin, like they feel like your skin, and they're only like I think like $16 or something like that. So I definitely recommend looking into that brand if you're in the market for leggings.
Nice. My next favorite is these noise canceling earbuds that I got on Amazon. again with the specifics, they're called the MPOW X3 ANC Bluetooth earphones with 4 mics noise canceling.
Where did you get these?
Amazon.
Okay, yeah, that's like,
It's like
what
a very Amazon description.
they put every keyword into
Yeah.
their product names.
Okay, so basically I've had AirPods for, I don't even know now, like a couple years maybe, or a year. I can't remember when AirPods became a thing, but I have like the normal standard AirPods, and because of like aforementioned neighbor bullshit, I was like, I'm really like a good candidate for noise canceling headphones. So I was like considering getting the AirPods Pro, I think they're called, the ones that have like the noise canceling added. But those are like $250.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like doing some digging online, and people were like raving about these $60 ones from Amazon. So I was like, I might as well try the $60 ones, because if they're amazing, then like saved me a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Because I still wear my AirPods like when I'm outside, like if I'm going for walks and stuff. But when I need that noise canceling and I need to like focus during the workday and stuff, these work so well. I'm like so impressed by these $60 Amazon finds. So good.
Yeah, I'll jump to a tech favorite and just say AirPods in general are my favorite. If you're wondering if they're worth it, to me they are.
Yeah.
I love the convenience of them. I love how quickly they charge. I keep them on my keys in a case, and I use them every single day. I think like most people, it's like I use headphones every single day. So it was just like, yeah, as soon as I got them, it's like I feel like they just paid for themselves because I use them every single day. That at the point, like if I got $1 for every time I paid them, I would have paid for them like 3 times already.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely worth it if you are thinking of it, but there are also alternatives out there that you could find if you're just interested in checking out like the true wireless earbud trend in general.
My next one is like pretty like weirdly niche to me, I guess, but it's a tote bag that I got from Chelsea Market in New York.
Oh my god.
So this favorite is a little more like sentimental, I guess, than just like you should get this moisturizer that I love. But I just like this tote bag for me symbolizes like it's more than a tote bag.
Oh my god.
It just like it symbolizes just like this really, really fulfilling trip to New York that I took before everything got crazy. So it just kind of like reminds me of like good times.
The good times.
Just like things being normal and like what it feels like to like go have an adventure and have fun. Because I like went to the Chelsea Market a few times on this trip and just like really loved it. And for me, it was the first time that I was able to do any exploring of New York City by myself. And for some reason, Chelsea Market was where I gravitated to when I was given that opportunity. So that's kind of why that bag from that place symbolizes like, I don't know, like adventure, independence, good times, bruh.
Yeah. I guess I'll go back and do a couple more fashion favorites. So I really like the American Eagle stretched curvy mom jeans.
Oh yeah.
I have 2 pairs of them. And I was never actually an American Eagle jean person. When I was in high school, when I feel like everyone was wearing them, I was into Hollister jeans. They just fit me better. Like American Eagle, does like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, whatever. And Hollister was doing like the 3, 5, 7, whatever, like junior sizes versus women's sizes. And I just found that like American Eagle jeans just never fit me right. I fit better in like the Hollister ones. And then as an adult, I've really enjoyed Madewell jeans, and I still love those and recommend them to people. But I find that American Eagle is great for like finding like some trendy jean cuts. But they're always on sale. So they're like cheaper than a Madewell. So if you're just kind of wanting to like, I wanted to get like a pair of ripped jeans. I wanted to get a pair. These don't even necessarily look like mom jeans on me because I don't have like, I have thick thighs. So like, I don't get like that loose 90s mom jean vibe on me, but they just like are like a cute, like I got them in short, and I'm not short, I'm like average. So I'm 5'5" and I did short, and so they hit like right where like my boots start kind of thing. So they're like a cute cropped size. They're comfy, and they just like actually fit my body in a way that I really wanted jeans to. So I guess I would also recommend Madewell jeans, but if you really like mom jeans and you haven't found a style that really works for you, or you're just like an American Eagle jean stan, as many people are, definitely check out the American Eagle stretch curvy mom jeans, because they're stretchy and curvy for this mom.
I actually really need to try those because you love them so much and they look great.
They make me feel so good.
Yeah. I should try those this year.
Not that I've like worn them, and I wore them like a month ago, because like jeans,
well, again,
hello?
Back to my thorn. We don't have opportunities to feel cute.
But I liked them so much that I bought them in a second wash, even knowing I wasn't going to wear jeans for a while. And I would say they're like true to size, maybe a little small. Like I got like a size that I thought might be a little big, but it actually fit perfect. Put it that way.
So maybe if you're in between sizes, do the bigger one.
Yeah. I would say I'm in between sizes, and so I wasn't sure, and the bigger one fit better.
Good to know.
What's yours? What's your next one?
This is kind of like a weird one, because it's not like a tangible thing, but Spotify Premium.
Oh my God, yeah. I almost put Spotify in general, because I was like, this is so worth it.
But like specifically Premium, yes, is so worth it, because like I was always the type to like buy a million CDs as a kid. Like at home, I have so many boxes and boxes of CDs, because I just like,
who needs the clutter?
I know, it's insane. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do with all those CDs.
Well, and no one even buys CDs now. So
I know.
Like not even really.
But it's like the reason that you don't need to is because of Spotify Premium.
I fucking love Spotify.
Because if you have Premium, you can download music to be able to listen to offline. So even if you are like in a location or somewhere that like your service isn't good or whatever, or you don't want to use your data or whatever it is, it's essentially like you own the music. You can listen to it wherever. So it's like, it's so great, because like I'm someone who like needs to have music everywhere I go.
Yeah.
So having Spotify Premium means that I will never be without music, no matter where I am.
Yeah, before I've like taken like a flight or something, I like will download like podcast episodes and like everything.
So worth it. I would pay full price. I would pay whatever I need to for that good Spotify Premium.
We're running out of some time here, so I'm gonna skip over
All right.
a bunch and say podcasts are one of my favorite things ever, and some of my favorite ones are Crime Junkie. Everyone knows about Crime Junkie by now. It's a really great podcast where every week they go over a new episode of true crime, and it comes out every Monday, and I really enjoy it. Something Was Wrong is a podcast I'm getting into. It's this woman who talks to different people about like weird situations they've been in life, and sort of like how something unveiled to show that something indeed was wrong. And one of the podcasts that I cannot recommend enough if you're interested in true crime, and if you like the format of one case but over the course of a season instead of one case per week, is Cold. It's a KSL podcast original, and the host does an amazing job. The amount of effort put into it, like the investigative journalism, the multimedia sources, like they have songs in it, they have audio clips in it, they have like homemade video clips taken and put into the pot. Like this, the sheer like interview is so good. I can't recommend it enough. I'm also really enjoying right now one called Haunted Places, where they like teach you about a haunted place in the world, but it's like they tell the story of it, and he doesn't like open it by being like, this week we're going to talk about this. Like he just opens by being like, it's 1792 and so is sitting at their chair writing a letter, and like just like tells the story of it unraveling, and then kind of comes to present day and is like, and to this day, blah blah blah. It's so good. I totally recommend. Love podcasts. Also a big fan of this podcast called the Apartment 6 Podcast.
Oh my god.
You can rate and what's it called? Rate and comment. What do you do?
Oh, review?
Rate and review. Thank you.
Yeah.
On Apple Podcasts, on iTunes. please do that. Please follow us on Spotify
And Instagram. Stepping up the Instagram.
But yeah, never forget that you can rate us. You can. You have that power.
Do it.
You today should use your own power.
I've got 2 more things. The first is a very COVID relevant thing, and that is the Athleta Everyday Non-Medical Face Masks. They come in packs of 5, and this is another thing that I was influenced to get from Jess's work at Reviewed, and they are worth the hype, let me tell you.
They are worth the hype.
Are the best face masks I've ever tried. I mean, I haven't tried a ton of different ones, but of the ones I've tried, they're the best. They're breathable. They wear like flush to your face. They're adjustable on the ear loops. They have like the nose bridge thingy that you can.
They're made of like an athletic material so that they don't get like wet as easily, and they have like the tri-fold thing where you can kind of like expand it. They're
so
like
good.
2 or 3 layers. Really, really good.
Yeah, really seriously recommend.
Yeah, as soon as she tried them, she like gave me one to try. This is Marissa I'm talking about. And I immediately went out and bought them. Well, I didn't go out. I actually just ordered them online, but
COVID.
Good times. The phrase. I'll say for my last favorite, one thing that's made a huge difference in my life lately is
your therapist.
No, I mean Gail. I mean, I just like saying her name. No, yeah, my therapist Gail. I love her. So Joanna Basford, World of Flowers coloring book. You might recognize the Joanna Basford if you type in her name. I believe she's a Random House. Yeah, I think that she's with them. But anyway, you'll probably recognize her covers. I feel like they're in like every bookstore.
Is she Secret Garden? Is that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Secret Garden. So I asked for World of Flowers for Christmas because I love coloring flowers. And the best thing my mother did for me when she bought it was she bought it in the spiral form.
Yeah.
You guys, I have never heard of a color book being spiral bound. This changed my life. I have like the Jungle one from the same author that's not spiral bound. And can I tell you, huge difference. I just feel like it's awkward, like trying to keep the my coloring game has just the quality of my life in terms of coloring has drastically improved, and I 100% recommend seeking out the spiral bound coloring books by Joanna Basford, specifically World of Flowers. You're welcome. Goodbye.
Truly amazing. My last favorite is the 5-year 1 question a day journal. Mine was gifted to me by my beloved friend Paige. If you're listening, Paige, thank you for that gift you gave me 2 years ago that I'm still using every day. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a question every day for 5 years. So there's a page per question and a section for all 5 years, and so that way when you're answering in the current year, you're able to see what you said for the past years. So like I'm on the 3rd round of it now, so when I'm going through the questions, I can see for the 2 years prior how I answered.
That's
which
so
is
cute.
So interesting. Yeah.
I bet that I would really like that.
Yeah. You want it? You want mine?
I'm like winking at her. I'm like, that's a good idea for a gift.
All right. Oh, I like it. I'll remember that. Actually, your birthday isn't for a really long time, so
that's
maybe
true.
I won't.
Maybe you will. This is what's exciting about it, is that I'll forget too. So
Yeah.
Maybe you'll remember, maybe you won't.
But I just think it's great for anybody who like wants to do a journal type thing but finds like a blank notebook really daunting, because it guides you, and it also is very like, I think it's good for like anxiety too, because it like forces you for a moment in the day to hone in on one thing And
chill the F out.
Yeah, and like for that few minutes that you're answering the question, that's all you're thinking about instead of like the million other things on your brain.
Yeah.
Which,
Okay,
like,
wait, I got one. My antidepressant.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Right
Go
up
on.
there with the therapist.
My final one.
No, it's good to like be asked a question. It's very centering to be like, oh yes, I would like to say like what my proudest moment in life is.
I just love the idea that you can see your old answers and you can see them easily. Like it's not like it's like and it's not like it's whatever 365 times 5 is like pages long.
Yeah.
It's like you just go back and to the original page.
Yep.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Great gift, great self gift. Really love it.
Nice. I feel like we can end there. It's good. Yeah. I like have a few left, but I don't feel like I need to say them. They're basically Trader Joe's Cheddar Rockets. Grey's Anatomy.
Fades away.
Yeah, like I literally like I just like they're not anything that's like too life changing.
Yeah.
This has been fun.
This was fun. I was gonna say I feel like this might be an episode that like isn't everybody's cup of tea. Like maybe some people would think it's boring to hear us like list things that we're excited about, but I also feel like some people would like love this.
Yeah.
Like personally, I would love this. Like anytime a podcast I listen to has done something similar, like here's a list of my favorite things I've ever tried or favorite things I have. I just love it because it also teaches you stuff about the hosts too, like what stands out to them.
Well, and if you're in our age bracket, which most people who listen to our podcast are, it's like things that we're trying out you also might have tried out and loved or just been curious about. You know, like some of these things are things that I either found by accident looking for something else, you know, like my yoga pants. Like I was just looking for comfy yoga pants and I ended up finding these. And then other things are like ones that I tried out because people were specifically talking about it, like the Glossier perfume or like the Billy Razor. So it's like maybe these are brands or items that you're curious about and that you're looking for. And so we're just like a couple of people who can tell you like these made our all-time list of favorites. And so these are worth your consideration. And we also were not Richie rich. So like for the things on here that are more expensive, like AirPods, like
or
us
my
talking about
earrings.
Yeah, like us saying that we really love them is us being like, we don't make a lot of money, but we are willing to spend $200 on these
good investments
because they like changed the
Rock
way we do something or yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think it's fun and I like to watch like favorites videos on YouTube.
Yeah, I love this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know that I hear it a lot in podcast form, but I think that it still lends itself well to audio because maybe you were listening and you were like, oh my God, wait, me too. I like that too. And it doesn't really matter if you're seeing it or not. You might already recognize it. And if you have any questions about any of the products, if we like didn't give you enough info to find it or anything like that, let us know. But like I said, we'll be putting something on our Instagram when this episode goes live. So you can kind of like shop it in that way. Not that we have the swipe up function. Thank you, Instagram. But you know, it's just maybe easier for you to see certain things visually.
Yeah.
Like Marissa's ear combo. I'll take a photo of Marissa's ear.
Marissa's ear combo.
All right. Thanks for listening, everyone. Hope you have a good week wherever you are. And we'll talk to you real soon.
Smoochie. Bye.